I'm wearing girls' tights. It's very embarrassing. There's a few devices, cover-ups, scherzetti, that I will continually suggest. This is the video shoot, but it's a performance. It's a solo performance. But it's written as a scenario for a fashion show in a vampire book. There are many models. There's fear of penetration, fiction, artifice. Fashion is dealt with in relation to the objectified body and what is put on top of it, the body. And the fraught nature of the individual solo is how we get to Dante Alighieri, who I know Gennaro San Giuliano recently suggests as the father of the Italian right wing. And I'd suggest that La Divina Commedia shows the tendencies, passions, and flaws of cartographic approaches to space, realm, time. You know what I mean, right? So, that room is Inferno, we're here in Purgatorio, and there is Paradiso. Divine comedy, the individual and his guides through the afterlife. I'm going to keep returning to the divine Miss M, the brassy and talented, hilarious Bette Midler. My parents always thought she was so talented and was able to sing with real meaning. I know she also had so many doubts about being... Do you wonder when you're really going to make your parents proud too? I mean, don't you worry, you might turn out like them. Whatever, I'm still so young, right? I know some friends who are... They just say, all I want in a partner is someone who can make me laugh. But what do you want in a partner? I'm quite funny, I know. But am I what you want in a partner? Am I funny enough? It's so crazy. This is my first show here in Napoli, the fashion capital of Italy, the Capitale della Moda. I'm so happy and proud to be presenting here. Welcome to the Degas Palazzo. Here we are, a place that has a history, but facing facts, we really think of only one Degas, or at least I do. And then Degas takes on the image of, ballerinas. Ballerinas. I trained for years too. Bunhead me, a prima ballerina. I too was a little monkey girl under stress, joints cracking at the bar, agonizing muscles, my feet raw and bleeding. Degas, a misogynist in a misogynistic society, painted dancers like animals. I read in a copy of Vanity Fair that he confessed later in life, I have perhaps too often considered women as animal. He said, women can never forgive me, they hate me, they can feel I am disarming them. I show them without their coquetry in the state of animals cleaning themselves. My fashion show. I'm a fashion designer. You might ask me, where does my inspiration come from? It's hard to say. For sure, fashion is not unadulterated expression. I'm very concerned with how it's received. And so maybe it's a projective space. You take a subject, I take a subject, I dress it in style, I understand the references. This is a fashion show. That's the main thing to remember. La mia performance è un ambiente sfilato di moda. It's a traditional presentation format. A little after I begin, the models will come out, my neutral angels, relatively unremarkable in casting, but all looking coherent, designed, good. Moving from the back room there, through this room, this other room, and then out and down the stairs to the street. And so whatever I do, even if it goes way too long, you should really imagine a steady procession of bodies all the time, a catwalk of bodies on a steady path towards extinction, obsolescence, one body followed by another body. You see, the thing about Dante and his path through terza rima, through the afterlife, is that he remains consistent. He moves along the path. My models, like a ballet corps, are interchangeable. But all this being said, I am too. which is why I perform this set of characters, stand-up comedy set, I don't know, for you. Cut. Okay, so guys, now I'm changing. And maybe someone can check my outfit because it's a kind of knitwear situation. This is when, if you feel motivated to be kissing on camera in front of Liza's work, then you should stay towards the front of the pack. So when we enter Liza's room, I can say, hey, this is where you go kiss. Then also, in terms of someone who's going to do the text, the first role is one of a nurse, and the second one is one, I think like it's Mary Jane's, because I think at one point I wanted to be funny or like make everything fashion related. Anyway, so this is the moment where if you don't want to come to the other room, then you should come into this room and like get settled. Elena or Valeria, you can replace the stanchions in front of the paintings. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. The clothes are by Good and Bad, which is Victor Stuhlmann, Marina M. Kolushova, and Ossi Lehtonen. The bassoon playing is by Nuno Amoral, and I'm playing the clarinet, and whatever. And wait, I think this is such a confusing fastening. Okay, but so if you want to come into the room, maybe I should have like made some backing music so people felt more comfortable. But please, like, enter the room, come in, because Arvo and I are about to leave the room. Yeah? Or oh my god. Does this color look okay? Okay. Then I put this back on the mic. I get these. I take the phone and the thingy. I leave these here. Okay. I think I have what I need. That's still on. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I need to turn this light downward. I'm going to come back through this gate. Okay, maybe a little louder, Pepe. Yeah. Okay, so no one wants to volunteer to kiss? Huh? No one? No? Okay, fine. Okay, no tongue kissing.
In business, I believe it's important to live with perennial post-nut clarity. If nothing else, I am my job. I'm a pragmatist, a businessman. I take tasks seriously. My religion modulates into spirituality when my sexuality no longer fits. My strange children, my lovely wife who stood by my side and became widowed to the baths, the gay sauna we started together. That sauna, the tubs. Inspire me to repurpose a building, twist my arm, live forever through architecture like a plague curse. I only discovered my sexuality through being propositioned in a bathroom, then I explored it. Going to the saunas that existed, squalid sites of mess, dilapidation, open spring coils, boring relationship with the police and oppression because sex between men was criminalized. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not a criminal, I'm a bisexual. And I was in a lot of tax debt, so I couldn't leave the country. And these were times when we believed in free love and sexual pleasure was a revelation. So I became responsible for a lavish space, a place of entertainment. I decided I would change the fate of our oppression to show true luxury, pleasure, and style. Okay? And so this is the moment where
I wonder if there are kissing volunteers in the corner. If so, then you can come over here and be placed here in front of the white box in this second room. You're here to kiss, monsieur? No? Okay. Then it's okay. Before I started the Continental, there was the Everard Baths, there was the St. Mark's Baths, the desire for a place of acceptance, Russian baths, the steam room, saunas, showers, toilets, grey with grime, a murky brown plunge pool, dimly lit stairs, 36 rusted iron cots with torn hair mattresses, host to men in various forms of dishabille, other men sleeping or pretending to. Physical architecture that simulates hell, meaning in circumstances in a city that still looked on homosexuality as illegal. My bisexual insistence that people are normal, whether homosexual or otherwise, and deserve pleasure with dignity. 2468, gay is just as good as straight. The horizontal resolution of a bedroom and the sweatbox cleanse of a bath, removing mysticism and furtivity from sexuality, the hexagram of the heavens, cleansed and decorated. So remember that the models are still walking by, right? And even if you're not seeing me physically, you're still seeing the clothes. Letting you know that this is a paraphrase of Inferno, Canto 26. It's the 8th pocket where sinners transformed into flames are those who have made deceitful or destructive use of their intellectual gifts. Do you know anyone like that? It's so hot in here, but I know it's really important to sweat out your toxins, to rid your demons. Oh yeah, you know that song, Wind Beneath My Wings? Must have been cold there in my shadow. Never have sun on your face. Content to let me shine? I was the one with all the glory, you were the one with all the... Oh, yeah, she's grown so grand that over land and sea, like a pop star flirting with mythology, she could spread beating wings held together with glue and staples. So through the whole of hell, hell being fans, her name resounds. Ho scoperto che mi vergogno, noi sogniamo vicino all'alba, sempre più vicino a te, per sentire ciò che I tuoi vicini di casa soffrono nell'osservarti. Breathing through any event, she is milling in the background, steeped in the dullness of people thinking that it's all just her talent and not the room and not her team. She is a parasite with enough neck and shape like the rest to know that you don't see the host and what is coming to devour you. Se fosse or non sarebbe presto, giustamente se un tempo trascinarsi, se allontanerebbe. Were it now, it would not be too soon, rightly should time drag on, moved off. Feeding time. Division between yourself and your idols. Stairs, sun, bleached, ivory, squinted riches without advantage. Grief, thoughts, still holding mind, brain, speed, virtue, propitious star, or more, to good void, glow worms glittering to depth like bears in chariots, horses instead risen straight to heavens. Flames like clouds rising high. My lord, it's so hot in here. I stood there on this bridge and craned to look in all these fires. Our souls, thoughts, cloven-crested flames, cunning wrought and bewailed noble seeds, knowing designation and simple belief of what something is. That is her, that is her, that is her. Please, forbid my waiting here, take me with you. Any direction seems to feel the same as forward. A flame, with horns comes. I bend. I know very well what you desire. Leave me to speak. Utterances formed like thus. Oh, single flame, small merit, an exultant flow moves, declare death. Ancient tears murmuring, fires do struggle when drawn to pinnacles. Passing tenderness for suns' open brows at sea. The kept vigil of living sense, wheedling astern against the morning sun. A night passed in gains like alien poles. Magnetic splinters over the stars, sunken so low it never rises above the ocean floor. The after deck of my personal brand rises up. The prow could go down, and the sea closes over us. The flame upright now and still. Do you know the brazen bronze bull with a hollow body? A torture device in which victims are roasted alive. There's an instrument like the body. It suffers moans, living pains, transfixed dreadfully, but with a clear outlet. Outward torture, no device from the worldly body, and what people want to do to you in it. And the belated, blind, and loath to stay. I'll burn, leaving guilt I share. Just touch my side. Words prepared. A clam's worth of polenta in a copper pot to gnash in your mouth. Hold up in the sky like schooled rim. Bathed between high tyranny and freedom. Polenta demands vigorous stirring. I know this well. The internal compulsion feels so empty. Raindrops trickle against every window in this room. A damned soul is not a legendary pagan, but a historical figure from the Christian era. Is it still hot now? Okay, so that's that section. The Mina song has finished playing, and now everyone who's in that room, it's time to come back into this room if you want. And this is the moment where there's a text that's going to be spoken. Is there someone who'd like to speak the text of the nurse? This is still part of this same section, so this is like the Inferno crossover with the blurry. Oops, that's not what I wanted to get. I think this is the text that I wanted to get. And Arvo is coming back. This is the position for the speaker. Should I bumble through the Italian? Please, please. Thank you, my hero. Okay. I mean, I hope the translation is okay. What's your name, sorry? Giulia. Thank you, Giulia. Okay. And then play the track.
Feticizzate la società come un corpo, l'aldilà come una geografia e l'economia come tessuto di relazioni umane. La definizione di lavoro è il lavoro su se stessi, il capitale come capitale umano. La produzione è la produzione di relazioni. Quindi, divinità, mi siedo alla finestra e ovviamente tu pensi che io sia il tipo di ragazza che siede alla finestra con un caffè e una sigaretta in mano. Sono disinvolta, sanguigna, credo. Son e non sono la ballerina di danza classica al lavoro, traducibile in una frase senza soluzione di continuità, un viso senza dolore, volgarizzamenti fluidi, nuovi vernacoli, la padronanza di una lingua e la capacità di scherzarci sopra. Sono una persona disperatamente poco divertente, ma mi sforzo ad essere simpatica. Non credo di saper raccontare barzellette o proporre personaggi senza finire per generalizzarli o cancellarli. Cos'è la divinità? Cos'è la commedia? Cosa ti fa ridere? Cosa significa fare stand-up? Cosa significa camminare, ballare o correre? Oddio, quando sono troppo sincero.
Grazie, Giulia. Thanks for doing this. Bravo. Thank you. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Because this next section, I should have had more backups for no enthusiastic participation. We can turn down the track. It's okay. Because this is Here we are back in Purgatorio. This section was supposed to be a farandole. No red, I think. And so the idea would be, I do another Dante paraphrase, and then we walk with a candle, it's quite dark, and then we do a chain dance. So where or you like link arms and then you follow the chain. Does that sound like something that you'd like to do? A group dance? Yeah? Okay. I mean, thank you for taking pity. Okay, so this is going to be track 4. Track 4 of 6. So guys, we're coming towards the end. Chain dancers, come to me. Or like, go over there, and I lowered the light because it should be warm and very dim. Oopsie. Here we go. And the idea is that it's dark enough that you're really not so recognizable. And okay, so 3, 2, 1. Maybe it's easier. No, I like this chain. But we can go slower. It can be very relaxed. Maybe I'll go in a few circles or something. Fix your gaze. Sterile barbarity is where we are now. Rotten pockets. To fail your vows. To forget memory patterns with each contraction. We're talking about floating. Waiting, always waiting for impending strike. Strike, galvanized social surface and lightning charge. So, hemispheres, like melon halves floating, we wait in anticipation for an ending. Purgatory, as they say. Castor and Pollux. Those half-twins stand in conjunction with a glass that draws its mirror light rose red and more tightly wound than how the harvested mountain stands on hemispheres, how it stands in equatorial terms. That is the theory of the middle place in proximity to the warmer parts, heavily between indolence and ache. Castor and Pollux are the polydeuces. They appear to sailors as St. Elmo's fire. Let's go in a circle now. St. Elmo's fire, luminous plasma from a sprawling corona discharge, molten electricity flared from a rod. It shimmers, your own lighthouse in your own storm. You've seen now, have you, how the sun leans to the left, its chariot at your back. Blushing hues, bone vapors, kindled in the evening to flash like meteors cleft by setting suns. Now you lead. Okay, I run with hollow blood towards the marsh. Brackish reeds entwining outward. Observer, pray for me, I'm running barefoot. Please let the territory be smooth, ground swells and divots be gone, so I don't fall and twist an ankle, crack a rib. Lay your hands on me, angel. Humid evaporations returned as rain, murk clouds condensing sovereign. Te Deum, Te Deum, Te Deum laudamus. Wheeling round, terrible as lightning. This imagined fire is scorching me in sleep. It has to break. I'm deathly pale. Fissures on that gate that we fix our eyes on in vain. A gate of burnished marble, waste rocks, rock-attached porphyry framed as bright as fresh blood spurting out of a severed vein. Ritual cutting and special swordsmiths. My penance is laudable. Fissured rocks move, ill-bent like law. Run back with me. It's the text, but effigy of rancor, surging horsemen, wrought with gold, strung with widows, look and fix your gaze. Let sight untwist the vines of what comes there beneath these stones. I do a Tao thing. Proud, wretched, and alas, so tired, feeble when your powers of mental sight. You place so much faith in your own backward tread. Do you not recognize that you are worms, born to become angelic butterflies that fly to justice with no veil between? You don't recognize that? Your thoughts float too high for someone whose self and faults still amount to a chrysalid tangled in a branch. You are envious, so you're compared to a blind beggar. A fulcrum of skins flies towards us now, a confined scourge bridled wearing a hair shirt. The sun continues to grant nothing to the blind. An untamed sparrow knows full well what press of tears would do to rinse. Hey, confident pilgrim, there comes a sunny spell, swooping benevolent through the estuary. Fear of being solitary shrivels back in remembrance of your counterparts. Kissing shadows, ants nuzzling ants, I'll go this way, and flocks of cranes divide. I am no longer blind. Eyelids the color of mulberries, the cornea like boiling glass. The natural law of sight no longer applied to me. The sweetest apple that the mortal heart seeks in the branches with such urgency today will offer all your cravings peace. Good luck tokens for a pilgrim, a desire to fly, plumage growing to push higher, highest, like a field supported by the youngest grass at the base. There is not 1 gram of blood that does not tremble now. Okay, cut. Great, thank you. Okay. Okay, so we did that. Yay, thank you to the circle dancers. This is the moment for the next text. And so we moved the microphone to this side. And this text is the Mary Jane's text, which helps Arvo and I transition into the Paradiso room. So here is the text. Who would like to speak it? And here you'll be like backlit. Look, you can't even really see my face. It's so private. Somebody? Fabio?
Is it Italian?
It's Italian.
I don't. Sorry.
I don't either. Let's continue to the next scene. So I'll move this upward, or do you want to do it? No, okay, because this was supposed to serve as a transition for the next costume change. And we can, Pepe, we can uncover the projector. Because the idea is that since it was such a long walk, we wouldn't make you come over here, and instead you get to see it as a projection. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm just doing up the press studs on the costume now. Is everyone okay over there? Yeah, Ivan, this rocks. I'm having so much fun. This is okay. Do you think it's like 8 o'clock now, right? So I think the sun should have set, which makes the lighting for the next scene perfect. And this scene is not particularly long, and it's a departure from the Dante. Actually, that's a semi-lie. It's the least obedient towards the Dante. Memory, recall. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome to the Degas Palazzo, a place that has a history. I too was a little monkey girl under stress, joints cracking at the bar, agonizing muscles, my feet raw and bleeding. Where does my inspiration come from? It's hard to say. My performance is an ambience for catwalk. The neutral angels will come out, all looking coherent, designed, good, moving from this back room here, Paradiso, to Purgatorio, to Inferno, then out and down the stairs to the street. And so whatever I do, even if it goes way too long, you should really imagine this steady procession of bodies, a catwalk of bodies on a steady path to extinction, obsolescence, one body followed by another body. The thing about Dante and his path in terza rima through the afterlife is that he remains consistent. He moves along the path. My model's like a ballet corps, interchangeable. Maybe they're actors too, comedians. I perform my characters for you. I'm running to the department store. I hate my job as a runner. I don't deserve to be an assistant. I deserve to be the star. I feel cursed. I feel like somebody cursed me. What is this curse I'm under? This curse of self-perceived solitude. I want to be with everyone else, but I can't help being an individual. I don't want to use the word I so much, but it just makes sense. Growing up, I heard a lot about the department store food hall and its rotisserie chicken, kind of like when you're a kid and people are always talking about acid rain, quicksand, and piranhas, so you think it's statistically inevitable that you'll run into them. But I never did see, meet, and eat a department store food hall rotisserie chicken. Sure, I had the ones you get from the general supermarket, but I hadn't had the department store food hall one, the Ne Plus Ultra. The department store food hall is in the basement, the underbelly, beneath the perfume counters and jewelry, hats and handbags. Physical architecture that simulates hell. At this department store in the city, the one I'm running to, the food hall is under the men's leather briefcases, under the showroom that has socks of all manner of wool and silk, displays of underwear with shredded six-pack torsos. A lingerie cornucopia that cloaks the food hall, and the greeting by rows of artisan chocolates, marzipan, then pastries, cakes, nuts, fish, etc. Flames, 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 instant glamour, wasteful spending, a restaging and sanitization of ye old food shop in the basement. The mystery of rotisserie chicken's provenance, but the sharp signal of its bag, the bachelor's handbag, the ultimate chicky bird, already trussed and roasted, ready to devour, ready to wear on your insides. Track 6. And we turn off the red. And I'll come open the doors, so be prepared. 3, 2, 1. The veil drops. When it comes to acting, reenactment, I use the Stanislavski method. I don't want you to think that I'm an actor, un bugiardo, fundamentally phony. I use techniques to get inside, to find truth. These techniques, 7 questions. 1, describe myself. Hi, I'm Dante. I'm the type of person who likes how it feels to sit on someone's lap. Lap sitting is fantastic. A historical pose, testing the ballast of my body against another resistance.
2. Where do you live? Bonjour, je m'appelle Dante. I don't live where I grew up. And I romanticize where I am instead, moving through small streets of the inner city like I'm a historical subject. My yearning to be able to retrace where I am, measure the significance of. This is the sensation many people get on a pilgrimage, to be walking in the steps of. It's the feeling of going to a favorite restaurant of a celebrity, like Maneskin. That's where I live. Question 3. What time is it? Question 4. What do I want? Question 5. Why do I want it? Question 6. How will I get it? Question 7. What must I overcome?
In un solo momento quel che esiste fra noi. Tu per lei sei giocattolo, il capriccio di un attimo, e per me sei la vita. Saprei soffrire per anche morire pensando a te, ma non ti ama, no, lei non ti ama, no, e io non voglio al fronte te morire. Morire, morire per lei.
Okay, cool. Thank you.